When my shift was over, I couldn't wait to get out of there.
Hey, I don't think I've seen you here before.
No, it's my first day.
Can you tell me why you're volunteering?
I don't know if I'm coming back, so I'm just checking it out.
Can I ask your name?
Abby.
Abby. Mm-hmm. Abby, you do know that they perform abortions here, right?
You know, actually, I've had an abortion myself, so I don't have any problem with another woman making the same decision.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
No, it's okay. Really. It was my decision. No one forced me to do it.
Well, if you ever want to talk to anyone about anything that...
Do you people ever stop? These women are hurting. Why are you doing this to them?
We're not here to hurt them or condemn them. We're here to help them.
By dressing up in costumes and showing them horrible pictures to scare them? In what world would a woman run to someone dressed like the Grim Reaper for help with her crisis pregnancy?
I am with the Coalition for Life, and they're not. So we can ask them to stop, and we do, but we can't force them to do anything. So for what it's worth, I think you're right, Abby. Doesn't help.
Mary Lisa, leave her alone. Abby, get in your car.
Looking back, I'm surprised I admitted my having had an abortion to Mary Lisa. I'd never told that to anyone. Meaning I probably ought to take a moment to explain. In college, I'd gone from small-town superachiever to party girl in no time. Literally, from the moment my parents dropped me off. Mark lived in my building and was 10 years older than me. We started dating. Nothing serious. Until the day I saw 2 lines on my pregnancy test kit.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. We'll take you to a clinic and take care of it.
What do you mean?
I know a place in Houston.
How do you know a place in Houston? Naturally, Mark didn't have the $500 it would take to get it done. Neither did I. So I applied for my very first credit card. I kept thinking, I can't tell my parents about this. They can't know I'm having sex. They can't know I'm pregnant. I remember there was no one outside, but the waiting room was packed. My next clear memory was of finding myself lying on a table, feet in stirrups, with a painful pressure building in my abdomen. I could hear myself groaning, but it sounded distant.
You're fine, honey. Just relax.
I remember waking up slumped forward, sitting in a hard plastic chair. My chair was one in a line filled by the girls who'd been in the waiting room with me. Some were staring at the floor. Some were rocking with their arms wrapped around their bellies. Some were softly crying. I was handed a few crackers. I slammed the experience into a box, nailed it shut, stashed it in a dark corner of my soul, and pretended it never happened. But I wasn't finished making bad decisions yet.
Abby, it's not too late to stop this. I'll go grab the car, you slip out that door, and we will drive away.
I can't do that to my parents.
Abby, your parents would be thrilled.
Smile, Daddy.
I'm trying.
To call our marriage a fiasco would be an insult to fiascos. The last straw was a year later on Valentine's Day. Mark decided we'd celebrate by making sandwiches. But later that night, after we'd gone to bed, he slipped out of the apartment to be with another woman. I filed for divorce the next day, anxious to be free of this man, feeling like I already was, until a few weeks later, panic and grief overwhelmed me. I didn't want to be connected to this man in any way. And if I were to have his child, I'd be connected to him for the rest of my life. So my next visit to the clinic wasn't as a volunteer escort, but as a client. I never saw the ultrasound image. But the nurse practitioner told me I was 8 weeks along, which made me eligible for a chemically induced abortion, better known as the RU-486 abortion pill. The cutoff was 9 weeks. It seemed more private, less invasive, more natural. So I handed over $400 and took the first pill.
Tomorrow, whenever you're ready, you're gonna take the 4 pills in this little brown bag. That's misoprostol. It's gonna just gently empty out your uterus, and there's gonna be a little bleeding, but nothing more than like a heavy period. And if there's any cramping, you can take some ibuprofen. Okay, you're all set. Have a nice day.
The next day, I did as I was told. I ate a light lunch and took the pills inside my brown bag. I was told I would probably start bleeding in about an hour. In the meantime, I made myself comfortable in my bed. A little bit later, after 12 hours in agony, I fell asleep on the bathroom floor. It occurred to me that this was the way I was going to die. I wondered who would find me. I prayed it wouldn't be my mother.
It's not abnormal.
Not abnormal. The bleeding, the clotting, the pain, that is normal.
Use heating pads, soak in a warm tub, take ibuprofen.
How could you not have told me about this? What happened to gently emptying my uterus? That is what I was told would happen.
Look, I'm sorry, but I have another patient.
8 weeks passed. 8 weeks of blood clots. 8 weeks of excruciating cramps. And when it was finally over, my anger had disappeared only to be replaced by self-loathing. Meaning, I no longer blamed Planned Parenthood for everything that happened. I blamed myself.
It doesn't look like we're gonna get Dr. Palmer on Saturday, but I can call Dr. Wagner.
That sounds good. Give him a call. Abby, hi. We haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Well, it's good to have you back. By the way, we have an opportunity I think you might be perfect for.
Really? Howdy. Are you familiar with Planned Parenthood? So there I was, proudly waving the Planned Parenthood banner. And 6 months later, after I graduated with my degree in psychology, my cars became my career, despite the disapproval of virtually everyone in my life.
The way I see it, the real issue is viability. At that point, the fetus could live outside the womb. But before that, it's just undeveloped tissue that couldn't possibly survive on its own.
Abby, how can you say it's okay to abort at 8 weeks, but not at 24? Viability keeps changing as medical science improves. Are you saying that the measure of what's moral or immoral changes as medical science advances?
What I'm saying is that I'm not going to apologize for doing a job that helps women in crisis. I love my job. I am committed to doing it. It is who I am. It is part of what makes me me. Take it or leave it.
Fair warning, Doug. Dr. Dobson's book, The Strong-Willed Child, was one of the first books I ever bought. I still own it. All right, who's up for dessert? Abby, sweetie, why don't you help me?
You won't believe what happened this week. A woman came in with abdominal pain, and when we examined her, we discovered it was uterine cancer.
That's nice.
You don't even care.
More than you realize, sweetie. Can you take these back to the table for me, please? Okay. Right now, I need you to listen to me and not say anything. I know you don't agree, but to your dad and me, you were our baby from the moment of conception. I know it's not how you feel, but it's how we feel.
You don't like where she's working,
I can't stand it.
but you still want to marry her?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, ain't love grand?
You're not supposed to look happier than I do.
Why not? I got it right this time.
So there I was, making my vows again.
Who gives this woman today to be married to this man?
Her mother and I.
This time with a guy who actually loved me.
We do have other days that you can volunteer or other shifts like this if one works out for you, but just 1 second, hold on. Abby!
Hi, Mary Lisa. Any sign of the Grim Reaper?
No, thankfully. You look really nice today.
Well, thank you. I am the new counselor.
Well, I am sure you are going to be the best counselor they have ever had.
Friend?
Fiance.
Oh.
Yeah. She makes me come here.
Liar! He was out here praying most Saturdays. All he did was change it to every Saturday.
Well, congratulations, you two. I wish you every happiness.
Thanks, Abby.